You see it everywhere on the grocery shelves. Healthy labels claiming sugar-free and fat-free that are all part of a healthy diet. These labels are misleading and run you the risk of gaining even more weight. Here's how to read labels the right way. But before I get into this, download my free resource in the link below, The 3 Biggest Lies You've Been Told About Weight Loss. While I agree to keeping your nutritional plan sugar-free, this label is misleading in many ways. Take a look at the ingredients list and you'll discover the alternatives to replace the sugar that are just as bad. Here's what to look for to indicate that a product is truly sugar-free. There are so many names for sugar. Several dozen names for sugar. It's crazy. And the food industry knows this. They are doing this as a way to hide the sugar in the product so you don't know that you're actually getting sugar or harmful chemicals. So the best way to combat this, the best way, instead of having to try to memorize all those really complicated names that none of us can even pronounce, just stay away from any label that has a bunch of ingredients listed. The best thing to do is either stay away from foods that even have a food label and just eat real food, or stick with food labels that you can read the ingredients and that really have 4 or fewer ingredients on them. So what do I mean by that? Real food that doesn't have labels. What do I mean? I'm talking about something you can pick up in the grocery store that you know exactly what it is without needing a label to tell you. Real food. You recognize it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And here's an example of something you're going to want to stay away from. So think of canned tomatoes. And I'm talking about from the manufacturer, not ones you can yourself. If you think canned tomatoes, okay, it says tomatoes on the outside, it's just tomatoes in a can, but that is not true. If you look at the ingredients in the typical canned tomato from the manufacturer, it has a whole host of nasty ingredients in it that you don't want in your body. So be careful when they take something innocent like tomatoes and can them, as a food manufacturer cans them and preserves them. That's what I want you to be careful of, because there are a lot of ingredients in there that are absolutely very harmful chemicals. So let's talk about fat-free labels. So what society does is they bunch together all the types of fats, even the healthy ones, and they call it bad. Not all fats are bad. In fact, you need healthy fats to feel satiated and to lose weight on the Code Red lifestyle. Another danger of this misleading label is, oftentimes, that fat-free snack is laden with other bullcrap ingredients like sugar and chemicals. When the food manufacturer takes fat out of things, it tastes like absolute garbage. It tastes like cardboard. And the food manufacturers know this. So what do? They put sugar and carbs in that item to make it taste good, and you don't want those. So what's happening? It's gonna spike your blood sugar, it's gonna cause insulin to be triggered, it's gonna wreak havoc on your hormones. You don't want fat-free items. So don't eat anything that says fat-free, non-fat, or light, L-I-T-E. You don't want those items, you want the fat. And remember, just because the fat is taken out doesn't mean it's healthy. In fact, it's more unhealthy because they've added the sugar and carbs back in. So when it comes to what foods do you keep in your pantry so that you can make this whole reading label thing simple, well, you know what? You just want to keep it to real food. Simple foods, meat, seafoods, vegetables, nuts, eggs, seeds, and fat. So just keep in mind that on the Code Red lifestyle, you might be going to the grocery store more often, but that doesn't mean you're spending more money. That just means that Code Red Rebels, we eat real food, therefore the food is perishable. The food is going to be consumed quicker because it's fresh, and that might require you to head to the grocery store a little more often to pick up more fresh items. But once again, that doesn't mean you'll be spending more money, and that doesn't mean that it's more expensive to eat Code Red. Don't let the food industry mislead you with fancy labels. Know your ingredients, understand what your body needs, and do your research. I want to help you navigate through the lies that the food industry has fed society for far too long. Download my free resource today to get started. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and better yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you're informed when I release a new video. But I want to hear from you. Type in the box how much money you have saved by switching to Code Red. Show other people. Tell us, I used to spend $600 and now I spend $300, because I know on average the person that joins the Code Red community, they save approximately 50% on their grocery bills per month. Did you do that? Comment in the box, and I'll see you on the next video.